Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a worth the buy or nah foundation review on a fairly new foundation at the drugstore. This is the Rimmel London Lasting Finish 25-Hour Breathable Long Wear Foundation, High Definition Finish, and a medium coverage. It looks like this, and this is a bronze shade in 402 and has sunscreen protection of 20. I actually found this at Walmart and it was probably about $7, which to be honest is not bad at all. So I was really excited when I saw this affordable foundation there because it's always good to check out the affordability and see how it works. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start right away, and I'm gonna start off by doing a little bit of moisturizer, and then we are going to go ahead and do our primer. So before I went ahead and started, I already did my morning routine for skincare. I actually tried a new mask today. I used the Tatcha Radiance mask, which is that like purpley mask, and honestly I am obsessed. I see such a difference already. Okay, but nonetheless, let's go ahead and just get started. So I'm going to be using, per usual, my Estee Lauder Day Wear Matte Moisturizer. I love this moisturizer. I'm actually running low. Okay, and then today for primer, I'm going to be using the Fenty Beauty Primer. And the reason I'm using this one today is because I want a little bit more of like hydration on my skin today. I don't want it to be so like matte. I mean, if it looks oil free, then that's great, but I'm not worried, to be honest, right now about it looking really matte. I'm kind of worried about it just looking nice on the skin and laying well on top. So that's why I'm using this primer instead. I really like to rotate it. It really just depends on how my skin's feeling. Sometimes my skin, you know, really needs that like in place mattifying look, a very poreless look, but sometimes it just needs something that's gonna make it feel fresh and just ready for the day. And I feel like today is the day that it's craving my Fenty Beauty primer. So now I'm going to be testing out the Rimmel London foundation, and it has this doe foot applicator, very similar to the Clinique foundation. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we are just going to place this where we need to place it. I really don't mind these applicators. I actually like these as much as I like the pump because I can really kind of pick where I want to apply the foundation. So I really appreciate this, and I think the color will be okay. So let's go ahead and start. First, we're going to go ahead and start with our brush because I need to go ahead and wet my sponge, and I'm lazy this second. So we're going to go ahead and start with the brush. This is the Delium Tools Precision Kabuki brush. This is my favorite Kabuki brush. I actually like this better than the Sigma because this one is fluffier and it really blends everything out so beautifully. I feel like the Sigma flat top is just way too stiff. Okay, so it actually covered a good amount. It looks really good on the skin. It looks healthy. It's definitely giving me more of like a soft matte finish. It's not looking like shiny or dewy, but I think the Tatcha face mask that I used definitely is pulling through with that radiance from within, because I'm definitely seeing radiance, but I don't think it's the foundation. I think it's more so the mask that I use and just me prepping my skin with hydrating products. So, I like it. I like this so far. So let me go ahead and add a little bit more. I'm definitely seeing that medium coverage like it mentions here on the label. So you're definitely going to get that. You're not going to get like a full coverage right away, but we can see right now if it's a buildable coverage. So we're going to add a little bit more. It's definitely more of a runny product. I wouldn't say it's like clay-like or stiff. It feels very hydrating when you apply it on. Wow, it looks really beautiful on the skin. Looks very beautiful. It does have a subtle scent. It's nothing too crazy, but you definitely like smell it as you're applying it. Wow. I think with 2 layers I'm good. And you don't even need like too much product. But I feel like with 2 layers for a buildable foundation, it was really good because sometimes you need to keep adding a little bit more. and I feel like it covered enough for my skin to look really nice and just my skin. So you can see the difference. This is the skin with the foundation, and then this is the skin without the foundation. So you can see that it definitely covered the redness pretty good, because usually this is the amount of redness I have on this cheek as well. So you can see how good that covered. I think color-wise, it's not bad. Okay, so now we're gonna apply this side, and we're just gonna take the applicator and stripe it where we need to. That's what I like about these applicators, is that you can really go where you need to and you don't get your fingers messy, as opposed to like pumping it out and then you have to put it in the back of your hand and it just gets all messy. So let's see. Okay, so it's blending right away. So I actually saw one review. I typically do not watch reviews before reviewing a product, but I saw Tati's review, and she was like looking online and like saw bad reviews on it, and she was like, so I was like, at first I was like, but then a lot of people mentioned that it probably would work better on people that have oily skin, and I have oily skin. And just from right now, I feel like it looks really good and it blends out so easily. I would definitely say you can apply it with either or product. You can use a sponge or you can use your brush, and it is definitely look really good. I feel like this is pretty much already covered. Like all my redness is pretty much gone, so that's like a really good thing for me. And I love how like fresh and hydrating the foundation is, but still you get a really good finish if you have oily skin. So I appreciate that. Just feels so good. And I definitely have to say it looks really nice. The foundation isn't clinging onto any of my texture. It doesn't even feel like I have on foundation. It doesn't feel like I have on anything. It just feels so lightweight. It looks really good on the skin. It looks smooth on my cheeks, which is where I usually have texture. It looks so nice and smooth. It also looks smooth on this side. I do feel like it may oxidize just a tad because I'm noticing it be a little tiny bit darker than from when we first started, but I don't think it's that bad. I think it still looks fine. Yeah, so you can't see my pores, which is super exciting. Yes, I hope this works. I hope this works. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my makeup, and then I'm gonna come back and give you guys my very first impressions on how it works with the rest of my products. And then we can go ahead and start our day and see if this foundation, which is $7, is worth the buy or not. So stay tuned so we can find out how this does. Okay, so I am back. I finished my entire face of makeup, and I have to say I'm really impressed with how good this foundation looks. It makes my skin look so beautiful and smooth, and it has that nice like soft matte velvety finish where it's not like too intense matte, but you can definitely see that it's more on the matte side than on the like dewy glowy side. And it still looks healthy. It still feels like skin. It's definitely giving me more like that powdered matte finish. So it just looks really nice. The only issue that I did notice as I was finishing up my lipstick was that it is breaking apart right here. Right in this area, it's breaking apart, and it's really disappointing because everything else looks so good. Like I can't even tell you how good my skin feels. Oh my gosh, I'm living. I hope you guys can see how good it looks, but I am really impressed with how this looks on my skin. So far, I'm really excited. I hope it holds up for the entire day. I'm probably gonna be back in about like 8 hours or so I can give you guys like some full impressions. But everywhere else, it's not clinging on my texture or my skin. It just looks really nice and fresh, healthy, and just like oil-free. It's just that little area. I think I'm gonna have to go in with a little bit more foundation and just try to clear it up, because obviously I don't want to go out like that. And I will be back in a few hours and give you guys my final opinions and whether or not this Rimmel London foundation is worth the buy or not. I'm really excited because if it is worth it, it'll be like great because it's only like $7 at Walmart. So we will have to see if this is going to be a winner for us or if it's going to be a fail by the end of the day. Okay, so I am back. It is now 7:22 p.m. So it's been a very long day, and I think I have some good opinions on this Rimmel foundation. I am really excited about this. So I really quickly want to say, I feel like it looks really nice and like still in place on the skin. Like it's not looking like glowy or like so like dewy. It's actually looking pretty good. Everywhere else it's on pretty well, which I appreciate. Now I do have to say that the pore area, by the end of the day, you can definitely start to see the pores. When you first apply it, it's going to look very perfected and stuff, but by the end of the day you can definitely see that there. Even though we do have some oil starting to peek through on the nose area, and then some of the foundation kind of has come off around my mouth, but I feel like for a $7 foundation, it's looking pretty good. Like pretty good. So like I would have to say that I think this is worth the $7. I feel like this is very comparable to some other foundations that I've tried. Now I want to say that this foundation lays on the skin like the Dior Forever foundation lays on my skin. It lays very smooth, velvety, and just looks very skin-like. If you look up close, it doesn't even look like I'm wearing a foundation. It just looks like I'm wearing something really light, like a tinted moisturizer, but still very full coverage. And I would definitely consider you guys checking them out. More so if you have the type of combo to really oily skin, because I feel like on people that have normal to dry skin, I can see it cling onto your skin, because I do have to say that this does give you more of that matte finish. So for somebody that is dry skin, I would say stay away, because I can see how this would get like really chunky and just patchy on the skin. But on somebody who has really oily skin that's like super fresh and like out there, I think this will lay just really nice and pretty on the skin, because it's just, it looks really like skin-like, and I just can't stop looking at myself. So those are my final thoughts. If you guys enjoyed watching this video, then please go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. Lets me know to continue doing these worth a buy or not foundation reviews. If you guys have any recommendations for what reviews on foundations you want to see next, then please go ahead and leave them down below so I can go ahead and film that and bring it to you guys super soon. And don't forget to subscribe if you're new to my channel, because I wouldn't want you guys to miss a video for the world. Also, don't forget to hit that bell so that you can be notified for whenever I upload videos, because I know there's been some issues with people seeing videos. So if you're really into me, just like I'm really into you, then go ahead and hit that bell so that you can be notified at all times. So that being said, I'll be seeing you guys very, very soon for a brand new video. Bye guys!